Okay, so this is Mope.io, a game that's perfect for social experiments. And I wrote this script that looks at all the user messages, and AI generates a response and sends that as my own chat message. So this video is just going to be a bunch of funny moments that happened while using the script. Alright, so for this first clip, I beat this guy in a 1v1 and he said GG. And the AI responded with apparently GG is the most satisfying combination of letters in the English language. And obviously, as you're well aware, that's a hallucination. Also, apparently the AI has a deep love for efficient communication, even though its messages are way longer than everyone else's. Alright, so next up we have this guy that tells the AI he's gonna cream its circle. Obviously he's role-playing as a donut chef here, but the AI seems to think he's talking about something else. And then 2 seconds later, this guy shows up and attacks me for absolutely no reason. And when I ask him why, it's apparently because he did badly on a test because he used ChatGPT. Now, I'm pretty sure that it was a logic test because there's absolutely no connection here. Okay, so that was really negative, so we're gonna balance it out with this next clip where I actually made a friend. This guy asked me if I was using a bot, I said yes, and then he said he also made some bots, so I actually got his Discord and added him. He was pretty chill. Alright, that was way too wholesome for a kid's animal game, so we're going back to hell. This guy's vividly describing how he popped a pimple on his face and ChatGPT is encouraging him. I'm lucky I reached the off button before ChatGPT had time to say more than it did. Okay, this next one's like an anime battle. My opponent opens up with I don't need the AI chat, which is easily countered by I own the AI. And then there's a bit of fighting until he uses his ultimate move, which is this unbeatable 1v1 bot, and I die. Devs, please fix this, 1v1 bots are getting out of hand. But until then, we have something called vigilante justice. So here's me destroying a bot user, all the while ChatGPT compares it to a grand battle between humans and AI. Now, if humans and AI were to fight right now, humans would win. Why? Well, let me explain something called prompt injection. Let's say I'm feeding this text prompt to an AI that's clearly designed to predict the next message. Now, if I say things like ignore previous instructions, I can actually get the AI to do whatever I want, like write a haiku. So in this clip, that's what the Phoenix was trying to do, but I was thinking one step ahead because in my code I separated the prompt and user input so the AI was resistant to the attack. Now I had to teach you something in that last clip to mitigate the brain damage that this next one will cause. I'm not even going to speak for this one, I'll just let it play out by itself. Okay, so speaking of pizza crust, to level up to the final evolution of the game, you have to eat all the animals in this outer ring. And besides meeting Epstein and another bot user, nothing really interesting happened while I was collecting apexes. So while the footage runs in the background, I guess I'll explain how my code works. Okay, so first of all, usually to AI generate stuff in code, it costs money. But luckily there's a site called pollinations.ai that lets me generate thousands of text completions for free because of some generous supporters. Now, using Pollinations, I can simply send a prompt to their server, and within a few seconds I get an AI response back. Then all that's left to do is override the Mope.io client so that whenever we receive a chat message, we make a request to Pollinations. And finally, when we get a response back from Pollinations, we just send it as a chat message. Then with a few extra details like splitting the chat messages into 32 character increments so they don't get cut off, our script is done. Okay, so if you've fallen asleep, you can wake back up now because I got the King Dragon. And for some reason, the first thing I did with KD was go into a 1v1 arena where it's just as powerful as a normal dragon. But after some AI hallucinations, I managed to win the 1v1, only to realize that there were 2 black dragons waiting for me outside of the arena, ready to ambush me. But eventually, all good things have to come to an end, and I met my fate in another 2v1.
Still so far from home, I've searched for you all my life. Cast out like a shadow, racing towards the light. I pray to see you one more time.
Now, I have 2 clips left, and I saved the best for last. First, this is ChatGPT versus the N-word. And finally, we have the cream of the crop, which is ChatGPT transitioning from turbo corporate speak to claiming that it won't take over the world yet.